What's up, gang? It's your boy Red, and just got done doing a little bit of back testing and kind of brainstorming on the week to come. Just trying to get an idea of where I actually got my mindset and what the plan is going forward this week. I was just looking at my Top Step accounts and kind of getting an idea of what the goal is to go ahead and pass these 2 combines I got open right now. And it's a very reasonable target, so I will be shooting for that this week coming. But it just kind of had me thinking about how long I've been working these 2 combines. The trend of my trades in terms of my P&L, it has been on an upward climb, but it's been kind of jagged. It's like up and down, up and down. I'm having a winning day, having a losing day, winning day, losing day. And I like to try to keep my trend a lot smoother than that. So I'm gonna try to be careful and try to stay focused. Again, like I was saying in my last video, I kind of noticed that I was stepping away from my original game plan and my actual strategy. Not following those rules. And I think that the days that I did have the losing trades, partially was because of a situation like that. Then it would kind of snap me out of it, and then ultimately I would get locked back in and follow the rules, and then the next day things would turn out better. So we're going to shoot to do that same thing, but just want to continue to tell you guys, don't skip practicing your craft. If you really want this and you really have your eye on the prize, it takes work. It takes consistent, everyday work. If you guys are in the Telegram, you'll see me posting, the meme where it's got The Rock doing some push-ups, man, and says no days off. And that's some real stuff. Even if it's not that you're back testing every day, you should be including some aspect of your trading in your daily life, whether it's actual back testing, whether it's journaling your trades, just reviewing the market for the week or for the day, reviewing your trades to see if you got something wrong, where did you go wrong, what was it that you might have missed, if you missed anything, because some days we just lose. Some days the market's going to do just whatever it wants to do, and it doesn't align with our original plan. And that's just the L day, and we just eat that. And as long as we don't, dive back in and overtrade, we should be able to handle it and keep on kicking. So, that's what I've been working on, and trying to fight the FOMO. You'll probably see this thing over my shoulder here, reminding me, no FOMO. Stop jumping into these things that you think is a position, just because the candles are moving. Stick to what you have that is proven. If you got 10 people telling you that you can fly, you're going to try and jump off a building just because they said you could do it? Or you're going to take the cold hard facts of knowing that your ass can't fly? Use what you got. Use the things that are proven, and continue to use them consistently. And I'm telling you guys this information because I'm telling it to myself. Sometimes I got to speak these things out loud and kind of speak them into existence. I like to try and lead by example, not so much just out here flapping my lips, because I like to hear myself talk or something. I do this because, that's my heart. I like to help people. I want to help people. And if I can, then, I'm going to put out an effort to do that. But yeah, man, so, just stick with it, you guys. Try to keep everything focused and consistent, and let's do what we're supposed to do. I'm going to continue on this journey to again get funded. And of course, when I get funded, I'll be documenting that again for you guys. And then we're going to see how it goes, God willing, that I pass these combines again, and go ahead and activate the accounts. That my journey will hopefully continue to be a positive one. And I look forward to that day of being able to put up a video for you guys of me actually saying that, yo, I did it. I've reached the level for a qualified payout. Or doing the video of, hey, this is how you do a payout when it comes to Top Step. Showing you guys a little flash of that bank account deposit. All those things that we see these gurus and other YouTubers out there doing. I want to be able to show you guys that, and show you from a perspective of a regular dude, a family man, a full-time employed dude, regular guy. I'm not any type of big baller guru, making all this bread and driving the flashy cars and all that stuff, taking trips to Miami. It seems to be the go-to spot when it comes to the traders, which is all good. I ain't got a problem with it. I've never been to Florida, but I would love to at least get out there and see the scenery, maybe do some fishing, check out a little bit of the nightlife with my lady. That's all it is, man. But right now I'm focused on getting to the next level. I've got myself through several levels and accomplished a lot of things that I set myself out to do. So I'm going to keep on driving, keep on, pushing, and we're going to make this happen, man. So, you guys stick in there with me. If you have questions, you can put them in the comments down below. You can join the Telegram if you'd like. That will be in the description, also down below. Holler at your boy, man, if you got questions. Occasionally I do live video kind of meetings, I guess, where we'll kind of just go over the market and talk about some things that maybe you guys got on your mind, something that I might have come across that I'm noticing. I'm a pretty transparent dude. I'm very down to earth, and I welcome you all to come in and learn and earn with us. So I guess that's kind of all I got, man. Just wanted to spit a quick one out for you guys and let you know what I'm up to, get my back test on. And you guys should be doing the same. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes better. All right. One love. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the videos. And make sure that you tap that little bell so you can get notified the next time I do a video. All right. One love. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.